Well, we hear the voice again, so that's not unusual. Hi, everybody. I'm Eva Marie Everson, the president of Word Weavers International and the director of Florida Christian Writers Conference. And this is
I'm Taryn Suiters. I am the Vice President of Word Weavers International, and I am the co-director of the Florida Christian Writers Conference.
Yes, she is. And we just came back from the Blue Ridge Mountains Christian Writers Conference, which was phenomenal. Just let me say that right here, right now. Just an incredible week that we had.
It's tiring and very, very good.
Yes, I always say it's the most exhaustive fun I have, or the most exhausting fun I have, not exhaustive, but exhausting fun that I have. And I feel the same way about Florida Christian Writers Conference, of course, because at the end of that, I always think I deserve a very long vacation somewhere. But we've been working this morning, and we've actually been talking for over an hour now about something kind of important, and that is that we have started a Florida Christian Writers Conference writers page on Facebook. And so to find that, you are going to go to
our Florida Christian Writers Conference page. And if on Facebook, and once you're there, there will actually be a post that has the website, or not the website, but it has the link to this new page. And we strongly recommend that you click on that and that you like it so that you can receive some information. Any information about the conference, we're going to post on the conference page.
Right.
However, that writers page is for anyone who is going to the conference, or maybe you've gone before and you just want to share a fun experience. Maybe you have questions. You can post there. Yeah. And one of the questions you may have is, how do I get to the conference if I'm flying in?
Yeah, and that's something that we've discussed for years now. We have provided a shuttle service, and as the conference is growing, and as it has grown, that has become more and more difficult. And part of the reason, in part, is because of delayed flights, or because of people who forget to tell us that they're flying in. We've actually received phone calls from the airport from people we didn't know were flying in saying, I'm here, come get me. And we're like, we did not know you were flying in. No matter how many times we said in newsletters, et cetera, please let us know your flight information. So what we decided this year is, because we are, as far as I know, we were the only conference that was shuttling people back and forth to the conference center from the airports. So
we just got back from Blue Ridge. Blue Ridge is a huge conference. Yeah. They don't do that. You're kind of on your own to get yourself to the conference center.
Yes, and other conferences that I have done, the conferees were on their own to get there. So what we want to be able to do, though, is to provide you a place to say, hey, I'm flying in at this time. Who wants to ride share? You can Uber, you can rent a car. You guys are on your own with that. So, if 4 of you rented a car, to be honest with you, it's going to be cheaper than if you were to do the shuttle, to be honest, because we were charging $100 for the shuttle. And this is just going to be just a much easier way for you, much cheaper actually for you, and then much easier for us. So you can go to the Florida Christian Writers Conference page on Facebook, click on the link that will take you to the writers page, or you can just type in Florida Christian Writers Conference writers, and you should be able to find that as well. And of course, we're going to send this out in a newsletter, etc. Now, there are 23 days left in this month, which means there are 23 days left to get the early bird special, which is $100 off, 20% off in the bookstore, and that is your total sales, which is excellent. You can do it for one item, you can do it for all your items, doesn't matter. We also have, what else do we have?
We have the free, we record the sessions. So you get the free downloadable sessions that have been recorded.
Right, exactly. The free downloads of the sessions. Now, the other thing that we did have was the VIP breakfast.
Yep.
We don't have that anymore because we had to limit it to a certain number. The point of the VIP breakfast was to help us raise money for scholarships. So we don't want it to be full of freebies, which is nice for you guys. But then not only do we not have the finances that goes towards scholarships, But also people who are coming in later don't have the same opportunities because then it's full up. And of course, since the COVID issue, we went down in the number of people that we could have. So where are we right now as far as the total number, Taryn, that we can have?
We extended it a little bit. We're over, I think we ended up with like 40 people, which
I had to sneeze, I'm sorry.
which is great for those last 10 that got in, because we said we were going to cut it off at 30, and then like Blue Ridge happened and we lost track of time.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we lost our minds, basically.
yes, and so some of you kind of slipped in, which is great for
Yeah.
you. But now we have about 20 openings left.
Mhm.
So we're not saying that the VIP breakfast room is full. It's not. You can, if you want the VIP breakfast, you can still attend. You just have to purchase the tickets now.
And
We have
listen,
about 20 slots left.
it's $15 for
Yeah.
3 breakfast. And so this is how it works. You go into the dining room, you get your tray full of your food, and instead of sitting in the general dining area, there is a private dining room all the way to the back. To the right, there are double doors. You go in there. We always have it beautifully decorated. Not only do you get to eat your breakfast there, which is a little less frantic, but, and also a little more lovely, but you also have a guest speaker. And we usually choose someone who is an agent, and then someone who is an editor, and then someone who is a freelancer. Now, we don't have them picked yet, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
But we will soon, because we're going to rope Sally into that.
Yeah, because that's Sally's job now. So,
We'll
okay.
be so excited.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the other thing. We also post a lot of information in our FCWC newsletter, not to be confused with the Loom. That's the Word Weavers newsletter, but the FCWC newsletter, we post a lot of information. If you are not receiving that, you need to let us know. You can do that by emailing us at Florida, spell it out, FLORIDA, CWC@AOL.com, or you can go to the website, word-weavers.com/Florida events, and contact us through that as well. Let us know, I'm not receiving the newsletter. Now, if at any time you were receiving the newsletter and you opted out of it, there's nothing we can do. We cannot add your email address back. What
Right.
you can do is come up with a second email address and give that to us, and we can do that. But by law, we cannot re-enter your email address into MailChimp. So
That is correct. If you have unsubscribed, then you just got to come up with a new email. Now, we have only sent out 2 or 3 of those newsletters,
Right.
I believe. So don't think we're sending them out every single week and you've missed, 15 newsletters.
Right,
You haven't.
right.
If you've gotten 2 or 3, then you're on the list. Actually, if you've received 1, then you're most likely on that list.
yes, yes.
But if you haven't received anything, and the last one we sent out was probably 3 weeks ago, right, Eva? Is
Yeah,
that
I would
about
say
right?
probably. Again, we were so busy with the Blue Ridge Conference. So
So, I mean, we haven't sent anything out in the
about
last
yet.
3 weeks. Yeah,
So,
exactly. We will be. But so if you're also thinking, well, I registered last week and I haven't received anything, that's okay. Don't worry. You're not missing anything because we just haven't sent anything out yet.
Okay. All right. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Short and sweet today. Aren't you happy? Please, I do hope that you will listen to these. I mean, if you're all the way here, you are listening, obviously. I did have someone tell me recently that they preferred just to read the information than to listen to the information because they thought that was more informative. I kind of somehow think this is more informative because we're able to kind of talk back and forth. But anyway, everybody has their own way of doing things. So if you do have any questions, let us know, and we will see you next time.
That's
Bye.
right.